threatening.
And Guertin with the lead.
It's Titans point.
No, hey, what a great crossing pattern. I tell you, finding himself all alone up the seam was Ryan Conley.
Shot and a goal. And the Titans are on the board.
Reckler. Oh, I tell you, she's a beast.
Up and running, and look at that.
Bang.
He's in there.
Shot score! You can see it all setting up.
You sure could. North sets it up, and a killer winner.
And here comes the Donna, all lined up. It's nothing but goal there, right there.
Oh my goodness.
You'll watch it back on Nashua ETV.
And hello everybody, and welcome to Nashua ETV's broadcast of high school tournament action. And we've got another treat for you. We did a great game over at Bishop Guertin earlier this week, and tonight we've got Nashua South boys against Merrimack boys here in the I almost called it Class L, in the Division I preliminary round. The Panthers come in at 14-4, seeded number 4, and Merrimack seeded 13 at 8-10. I'm Tom King, along with Brian Gagnon from Merrimack TV. Brian, welcome.
Tom, great to be here. Thanks for having me, and looking forward to this sort of Merrimack Nashua effort tonight.
Yes,
Nashua ETV.
I know. I've done a couple of them before. It's always no fights yet, you know.
Exactly.
So we've done well. You're an alum. You're a Nashua alum. You wore the purple one.
You know,
this
is friendly territory for me.
That's
it. Didn't wear the Merrimack shirt tonight, but
yeah.
I got some purple gear at home too.
There you go. Tonight, Merrimack and South, they played each other at the end of January. I think it was January 28th, somewhere around there. 68-54. South just pulled away midway through the third quarter and then took the game over.
Yeah.
And you know, Merrimack has played fairly well since. I don't think they like the way they ended the season against North.
Certainly not.
But they have played decent. I saw them beat Alvern on the road. That was a big win for them, and that got them, you know, an important 8th win.
Yeah, really, really nice win for them at Alvern. You know, the key for them is their defense. If they can keep teams under 60 points, they are 8-2 on the season.
There you go.
0-8 when teams score over 60.
Over
so
60,
the key is their defense.
And that Alvern game was a low-scoring game.
It
I
sure
remember
was.
It. Yes, exactly. That was a high-powered offense that Alvern had too. Another high-powered offense here, South's Josh Caruso. You've seen high school basketball players all the way back to when you were in school. How does Caruso rate in your mind?
Caruso is one of the best I've seen. You know, 27 a game. Really impressive scoring average. But I go back to the game at Merrimack, and he had 26 points. He was under his scoring average, but it was the way he was scoring. If you put a degree of difficulty on those shots, it was insane. Some of the shots he hit.
He has hit some shots that we've just said, "Whoa, wow!" You know, there was one play at Bishop Guertin where he was in the corner, and he had no real clear shot at the basket. He just floated up because he saw it out of the corner of his eye. Nate Maswell ready to call time. He said, "I'll put this up there if it counts. It counts." He got it, went right up over the backboard and down and in. You know, it was unbelievable.
It's really unbelievable, and you know, Merrimack's going to have their hands full with him tonight for sure.
I would imagine Mikey Flara will be on him.
Mikey, I would see a lot of Mikey. Shea Scott is another guy I'd keep an eye on coming off the bench tonight.
Yep.
Maybe to give Mikey a little time, you know, a little breather, because you're going to be going full steam trying to guard Caruso.
A guy I love on this Merrimack team, the lunch pail kid, Ryan Elliott. He really is that kind of player.
Yeah, Big Red. I mean, he has really converted from an outside player to an inside guy this year. Really an undersized big, but he does the work down there, and I'll tell you, 20 points for him, not out of the question.
2 years ago, Merrimack came here as an underdog. South had a little bit more of a senior team. They were, and Caruso wasn't Caruso. He was good, but he wasn't Caruso yet. And they gave South all they could handle on this floor. In fact, they probably felt they left the gym feeling that they should have won it.
I think they still think they should have won that game.
And it was if I'm not mistaken, it was in the 30s. And now we're going to pause for our national anthem.
At this time, please stand and remove your masks for the national anthem.
It's a pink theme tonight. If you look at the student body where South is, they're all dressed in pink. Cheerleaders have pink pom-poms. But it's also a purple night. That's the way it is here. But Merrimack, you know, I'm sure when South saw the draw, they go, I don't know about that,
you know? Merrimack's going to make you, they're going to make you work for all these points tonight. And,
no doubt about it.
You know, South, though, averaging about 68 a game, I believe it is.
Yes, it is. And the thing is it's Caruso, but it's also Josh Tripp. It's a little Daniel Caravatic. They get the other players involved, you know, which they did more and more as the season went on. It's going to be tough. But tell you what, Merrimack, as well as they play defense, you never know.
You never know.
Exactly.
Talked with Austin Denton earlier today, the head coach of Merrimack, and he feels pretty confident.
I think he likes the way his kids play deep, you know?
And we have the tip-off. Out of bounds, it will be Merrimack ball to get things started. In front of the lively tribe tonight that has made its way down here to Nashua.
Yeah, Merrimack student body has shown up. It'll be a battle of student bodies. Saw a very lively student crowd. Hollis Brookline had one, and so did Sauhegan in the Division II prelims last night.
Merrimack with the ball now. This is Noah Morrison, very underrated player for this team. Morrison pull-up two is no good. And the rebound by Karabinic. Stolen by Morrison. Tipped back out of bounds. It'll be Merrimack ball.
And that's the one thing about Merrimack, Brian, is they will, you know, grab the ball. They're very good at that.
Morrison to inbounds. He gets it into Ryan Elliott. Elliott, baseline drive on Karabinic. Ball fake, draws contact, and puts it in.
The lunch pail kid, Big Red, he got position. You know, the mistake was in allowing him to dribble penetrate, and that's what he does. Speaking of dribble penetrating, that's what Vanderhorst loves to do down at the other end.
That was Link Vanderhorst on the drive. Vanderhorst had a heck of a game against Merrimack back on the 28th. Big reason why the Purple Panthers came away victorious. He had 12 points in that one. Karabinic, back to Winderhorst. And this crowd very loud. The Merrimack student section really showed up tonight. And an offensive foul.
That must have been away from the ball, because I didn't see any contact with Vanderhorst that I could see.
Oh, no foul there, actually, but a change of possession.
That's right, yeah, there was no foul. He didn't come over with any signal. 5 seconds probably, that was probably what it was.
Yes. And Elliott once again driving on Karabinic, and he draws the foul.
That's going to be the strategy, Brian, is to go at Karabinic and get him in foul trouble. Because that's what teams have tried to do all season long, and it's not that hard. If he's a big guy, he's going to try to defend, and it's, you know, the law of averages is going to happen.
And Elliott will connect on the first. He's got all 3 Merrimack points.
How do I borrow some of his hair? That's what I want to know.
You and me both, Tom. Elliott's second shot on the way, and that goes in and out. Karabinic with nice hustle play. but he was on the line first.
Yeah, I thought that was a good call. I thought it was too. I thought that Karavanec just threw it out of bounds.
So Morrison to inbound here for the Tomahawks, seeded 13th, as Tom alluded to earlier. Morrison to the rack. Oh, and he missed a layup. That's a big one for Merrimack. Got to take advantage of those.
Exactly. There you see Tripp bringing the ball up as the point guard.
Caruso gets that double
teamed. Oh.
And now here's Tripp. Like I say, he gets some size for a point guard. And he's fouled there. That'll be on Henry Tobin. First foul on Tobin. First team foul on Merrimack. Tripp was held to only 3 points, I believe, in the first contest between these two. Karavanec from downtown, no good.
Look at Vanderhorst get up in the air, just couldn't secure it, but evidently he still was able to. Oh, let's see.
That was a great box out by Vanderhorst, one of the smaller players on the floor.
Yeah, he got up there. He can get in the air.
Now Karavanec over now to Josh Tripp. Karavanec and Tripp combined for only 10 points in that first matchup. But they were big shots. Vanderhorst from downtown.
Got it. That's a three, too.
Big three from Vanderhorst. We're tied at 3. We're here at Nashua South Division I playoffs. Here on Nashua ETV.
And on our HD channel, BG and Windham will be tipping off in about 20 minutes. We will go to them at halftime.
Over to Morrison. Morrison lays it up and in for Merrimack.
He didn't miss that one. That was a clear path to the basket.
And the 2 is good.
I bet if you're Austin Denton, you don't want to see Josh Tripp being able to run the floor all the way down like that.
So we got a score of 5-5, about 3 minutes in. Here at Nashua South. Henry Tobin, left-hand drive, puts up the 2, no good. And the rebound's still loose. Tobin gets it. Morrison for 3, no good. And the rebound by Karavanec. Flera the steal. And Flera tried to draw contact. Good no call there, I think.
Yep, was. Good defense on Caruso, but there's Caruso to the basket. Nope.
So Caruso misses his first shot attempt. Flera to Elliott.
Oh my.
For 2. 7-5 Merrimack. Elliott with 5.
Wide open. There wasn't a player within 4 feet of him.
That's going to drive Coach Nate Mazerol nuts right now. He's been here a long time in Nashua, coached a lot of these games.
Yes, he has.
Vanderhorst over to Caruso, guarded by Flera, as we alluded to earlier. And here's Morrison on the break. He draws the foul on Vanderhorst. And he can't believe it.
Merrimack running the floor well. That's the one thing they've done is just run, run, run. They have beaten Nashua down the floor a couple of times.
That is one thing Coach Denton has emphasized in all of our conversations throughout the year. He wants to play with pace and run the floor. He feels if they can establish that tonight, they're going to be in good shape.
Well, they're in decent shape now, up 8-5.
Nashua South, I would say a pretty heavy favorite here tonight. 14-4 on the year.
Merrimack's playing with house money, Brian.
They certainly are. And Morrison hits them both. 9-5 Tomahawks.
Let's see, South wants to play with pace as well.
Caruso gets that double team. His shot way off. And the rebound by Tobin.
I think his idea was good at the beginning. Take the ball to the basket, and then it'll open up things up outside.
Pick and roll,
watch this.
Elliott Johnson.
Whoa.
Blocked by Karavanec. Mikey Flera from downtown. No good. And the rebound by Karabinek. Josh Tripp bringing it up for the Purple Panthers. Early 4-point hole for them. That shot no good. Rebound.
Oh, big rebound
by Tripp.
Tripp, yep. When your point guard can rebound like that, that gives you a little bit of an advantage.
Caruso gets around. Oh, nice move by Caruso.
But see, that's what he needs to do. If they're going to cover him tight like that, beat him off the dribble and go to the line.
Some 0-on-0 crime there as Nate Johnson up with the foul on Josh Caruso.
If Johnson has a good game, it seems to me that Merrimack usually is, that means that they're firing on all cylinders.
100% right, Tom. Johnson, some of his best games this year, he had a 24-point game in that January 28th game.
Yep.
Really
Played
kept
well.
Merrimack in that one.
Played well, yeah,
Both
definitely.
sides of the floor.
No doubt.
Caruso, second shot on the way. And it's good. Caruso 2 for 2 from the line, 9-7 Merrimack. 3 minutes to go in this first quarter. Nate Johnson running the point for the Tomahawks. Zach Rete into the game for Merrimack. Flare-up blocked by Caruso. Notice the knee brace on Mikey Flera's right leg.
That's the knee hurt in that South game.
That was a scary moment for him.
It was. He thought he was done for the year, and it's a break for Merrimack that he's back.
Yeah, they need his scoring and his defense for sure. Rete to Brody Toll, also in off the bench. Johnson, off glass and in.
Boy, Johnson got ahead of steam at the foul line, didn't stop. I don't think Nate Mazerow can be too happy with how his team has played defensively right now.
Yeah, I would agree.
He usually likes to keep a team to 10 points or less in the first quarter.
Tripp.
He's traveled.
Travels.
Slid with his right foot.
And a turnover for the Panthers.
This is Merrimack's game right now in terms of pace and control. They've established that.
And I know you've watched a lot of South this year. They can change that on a dime.
Yep, they can. And Merrimack can go the other way on a dime, too. That's what happened against Nashua North. The 13-0 lead all of a sudden became a deficit. Travel on
There's
that.
a turnover, yep. So that's exactly what Austin Denton does not want. You know, you create the turnover on one end and then come back and turn it right back over.
Well, it was an aggressive play. He wanted to go to the basket. The defense was just there, and he just could not try to maneuver around it.
That's one you can live with.
Yep.
Tripp up and under. And they're going to get Rete for the foul.
Why? I don't know. Josh Tripp, I think what happened on that play was he was all ready to go to the basket, but you know who was standing there in his way? Elliott.
Yes.
I do not want to get in Elliott's way. I don't want to have to move around him.
I don't blame you. Josh Tripp at the line. He's going to shoot a pair. First one is no good. (11-7). Merrimack out in front here. The number 13 seed in Division I. And that is a good roll for Tripp. And it's 11-8. Nate Johnson over to Brody Toll. Now Rete. To Johnson for three. No good. Rebound Rete. Flera wide open three. No good. Those usually go down for him.
A little aggressive trying to get the ball was Morrison. And
that's two on Johnson.
Called on Johnson,
Yep.
rather, and he got called for it. You're right, that is two on him. Yep. Two on him, fourth on the team, which means the next foul, the Panthers will go to the line. The next Merrimack foul as long as it's not an offensive foul.
So Henry Tobin back in for Merrimack.
How do you like that rule, Brian? How do you like that 5 foul and then they all wipe it out?
I actually like it. I wasn't a big fan of the 1-and-1, but I like it. And it will be Merrimack ball here.
South trying to take the ball to the basket. They have not been able to finish a lot of those shots.
Now here's Tobin for Merrimack. He gets it back to Noah Morrison, who's played great since that Nashua South game, averaging almost 13 a game for the Tomahawks. He'll get it underneath, and it's swatted away. Karavinik got a piece of that, and Lemire as well.
A little hesitation on the layup. Boy, that's nice defense by Merrimack just to put Caruso in a bind where he couldn't go anywhere.
And that's the foul on Tobin, and as Tom just alluded to, that puts the Panthers in the bonus. And they got their guy at the line. No field goals for Caruso yet, but he's got a couple of free throws. Try to add to that total here and cut into this 3-point lead for the Tomahawks. First shot is good. Leo DiPaolo checking in for Nashua South.
And they developed that rotation, I think, around the middle of January, and Nate Maswell knew who he would use primarily. DiPaolo, one of those players. He's kind of an Elliott type, although he's a little bit more, you know, looks like more like a football player.
Well, Nashua South
doesn't have the agility that Elliott may have, but he's got the savvy play, and he'll stick with you.
South trying to keep this 1 point, maybe even take the lead here.
35 seconds left. Let's see if Merrimack's going to try to whittle that clock down.
Rete on the drive, kicks it to Elliott. Looks like that's exactly what they're doing.
Yeah, I think Rete, if it wasn't this little time left, he would have taken that ball right to the basket, and he didn't do it.
Brody Toll.
Man-to-man right now for Nashua.
Now they get 10 seconds. Morrison makes his move. Finger roll is no good.
Oh, you should have waited.
Lemire almost beats the buzzer. Ooh, if DiPaolo would have come down with that, I think he had a chance.
He had a chance.
I think Nashua will take this, though, trailing by 1 after the first quarter.
Trailing by 1, they haven't shot the ball well, and that's been the difference in the game. And they've also, Merrimack has gotten the ball underneath a lot. They haven't taken many outside shots, but what has happened here is they've missed a lot of inside shots, and that's kept South, I don't want to say in the game, but it's made it a closer game than maybe Merrimack probably figures they should be up by 5 or 6 going into the break.
Yeah, no question. And you know, not South's best quarter by any means, but
no,
they'll figure this out. I'm pretty confident. Well, tonight we got a collaborative effort here on Nashua ETV. Get the Merrimack crew here along with the Nashua crew.
Yep.
We got Dan Young on replay from Nashua, Justin Sles from Merrimack running the camera, and Dylan Smith and Adam Breen from Nashua also running some cameras. Tom King on the color tonight, and my name is Brian Gagnon. I do the play-by-play for Merrimack. So a lot of fun tonight getting the two towns together.
And they're right next to each other, so why not, right?
Why not, right?
Exactly.
So here we go. Josh Caruso guarded by Shea Scott. DiPaolo working on Toll. He'll kick it back out to number 21, Tim Stavely. Caruso draws the foul on Shea Scott. And I think he's shooting 3. Yep. 3 shots.
That's just it. Keep shooting. Caruso keeps shooting. He's either going to go to the line or he'll run him down the floor after a made shot. It's the way things have been. And I guess, Brian, if you're a scorer like that, you get the benefit of the calls a lot, you know?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Everybody knows number 0 here. Off to St. A's next year.
Yes, he is.
The,
story I found out that night.
that's right. It was right after the
Right after the
South
game,
Merrimack
I went over and I said, okay, where are you going? And they told me. 3 free throws, and it's a 13-11 lead.
Caruso 7 of 7 from
When
the free
he
throw
misses
line.
from the line, it's usually a headline.
Yep.
But he's done that more this year than I've seen in the past. But he's still the best free throw shooter I've ever seen in high school. Ooh, and
Foul on DePaulo
yeah,
here.
DePaulo gets called for the wraparound. He had his arm hooked on Elliott. Elliott had gotten away, but the referee made the call. Non-shooting foul.
Nashua South with a 2-point lead. We are just underway here in the second quarter. Here's Rete over to Flera. And there's the adjustment there.
Yep.
They took away that inside pass.
There's Tripp all the way.
And an offensive foul.
Yeah, that's the problem with a play like that. There's contact underneath. If they know you're not going to stop, the defender will stand there, and Tripp fell for it. Good defense.
Well, you can see there that on that last possession, Merrimack tried to get it inside, but South made that adjustment. We'll see if Merrimack can get going here. Toll for 3. Yes!
And that's the one thing they haven't done all game. They just did.
Merrimack back in the lead, 14-13. Tripp for 3, no good. Rebound, Rete. Morrison looking to push. Merrimack will run if it's there, but like I said, they're happy running some time off this clock.
Oh yeah,
too.
no doubt about it. Keep the score down if they can.
They want to win ugly.
Yep.
And they've done that this year. We alluded to the Auburn game earlier. Oh, Elliott was on the roll, and he missed him. Travel for Toll.
Yeah, he spun his foot around, and that was definitely a travel. No doubt about it.
Easy call right there.
Yep, no doubt.
14-13, Merrimack. This is Link Vanderhorst for the Purple Panthers.
Vanderhorst has not driven the lane yet. Merrimack is doing a good job shutting that off. Remember, as you and I both said, he killed them that first game
absolutely.
with his dribble penetration.
He was the difference.
Jump ball called on that. Let's see where the arrow goes.
Oh, no, blocking foul.
Blocking foul. I thought he had both hands up, both thumbs
Flera.
up. All right. My bad.
Yeah, Vanderhorst with 12 in that regular season matchup, and South won by 14. He was a big difference. Not known as a huge
There he
scorer.
goes. Oh, I thought he was going to take it.
Here's Tripp. Over to Lemire for 3. Got it. Shane Lemire from downtown. Nashua South back in front. Boy, Lemire hit some big shots in that regular season contest, too. I remember calling his name a lot.
That was it. The supporting cast really played well until Caruso kind of got in rhythm.
Morrison over to Rete. Good defense by Lemire. Rete somehow came away with that.
I don't know how that happened.
Wow. Flera to Rete.
He reached out. He was on the floor and he reached out with his arm. He got the ball.
Morrison, the jump stop, and the finish.
Morrison plays with no fear. When Morrison plays like that, it's tough. Ooh, Tripp thought about it.
Look at this little jump stop again.
All right, Mikey Flera is doing a great job on Caruso. There. Oh.
Karavinik for 3, no good.
Yeah, he tries to float it. And the call's going to go against Merrimack on the rebound.
Toll. Brody Toll, one of those bench guys. He comes in some instant energy for this team. Toll and Shea Scott and Rete. Got some high energy bench players.
Oh,
Great play inside to Tripp.
Overcommitted defensively, and Tripp was able to just float right to the basket.
South back in front, 18-16. Ryan Elliott, baseline drive on Karavenik. He's got to get it out of there. He does. Morrison tries a three. In and out.
Oh, nice rebound.
Well, Rete giving them solid minutes
Lucky
tonight.
there wasn't a foul called on that on Karavenik. Yeah, if I'm Nate Mazzarell, the one thing I'm not happy about, besides the fact that the shots aren't falling a lot, is Merrimack's going to the boards. South's got to do a better job of boxing out. There's no excuse for them to give up that rebound on an outside shot like that.
That was a big point of emphasis for Austin Denton this week. Fleury's three, no good. He's 0 for 2 from out there.
Let's see, there you saw 2 Panthers underneath to get the boards, and a player is hurt.
Oh, it's Rete.
Yeah, and it looks like he just collapsed. Look, non-contact.
Yeah. Got a little tied up down there.
Yep.
And you hate to see that if you're a Merrimack fan. Zach Rete playing big minutes tonight.
Well, they're checking his ankle. So he took one step and just went right down in a heap.
Rete has been so huge on the boards and getting the hustle plays tonight.
Yep, he does the little things that you really, I mean, a lot of these Merrimack kids, there's no real, on the score or anything like that. They all do a lot of everything. Now they get him up, and he can kind of walk, so that's good.
Yeah, he's put some weight on the foot, maybe to ice that up.
But they didn't check his knee, so that's a good thing.
That's a great thing.
Yep, it was his ankle. So,
I've joked Merrimack leads the league in knee braces. we got between Mikey and Shea Scott and Josh Ozog. And
hey, when I go out and shovel snow and rake the leaves, I got to put those things on too.
Yeah, right. So the Purple Panthers ball here. They have a 2-point lead about midway through the second quarter. And coming in for Merrimack is Caden Dine, number 4. His first action of the night. And the inbound goes to Josh Caruso. No field goals yet for Caruso.
No, I know it. So he's doing it all from the line.
7 of 7.
Yep. Oh, Karavenik, I thought he was going to drive.
Closed off there by Elliott. Nice 2 for number 32. That's Francisco Rodriguez Malagnon.
Yeah, when Rodriguez Malagnon, there you see it. There's the pass, and he just puts it right up from the foul line extended. Oh, and a block by Karavenik.
Great play by Daniel Karavenik.
Blair wants a call.
The runner no good by Caruso. Morrison stopped by Rodriguez. Bounce pass over to Flera. Now Dine underneath to Elliott. Elliott off glass, no good. Rebound by Tripp.
But Karavenik is doing a great job of defending down low and not getting called for a foul. That takes a little bit of discipline, and I don't think Daniel Karavenik earlier in the year would have been able to do that. Oh, Vanderhorst is going to go all the way.
Vanderhorst. Yep. That's what he did all night.
Oh, he did. I know it.
In that regular season matchup. 22-16 now. Biggest lead of the game for South.
And they're doing it without Caruso hitting a field goal.
That is unbelievable.
Yep.
Flera to Brody Toll. Now Caden Dine. Merrimack trying to get it inside. They can't. Elliott says, why not? I'll take a 3.
Sure, why not? And if Elliott hits a 3, you know it's going to be a good night for Merrimack, right?
Absolutely. 8 points for Ryan Elliott, and it's now a 3-point game. Toll guarding Vanderhorst did a nice job there. Great work by Brody Toll on Vanderhorst. Karavenik guarded by Elliott. Might have got away with a foul there. Now Caruso.
There's
Josh Caruso.
But see, that's Caruso, right? He knows enough that if his shot's not falling, take it to the basket.
That's it.
He can do a lot of different things off the dribble.
Such an impressive player for this Nashua South team. He's got 9. First one from the field, though.
Reminds me of a player. Oh, there, look at this. The long arms of Caruso.
Easy, too.
Yep. And now Austin Denton's going to call time.
Good time out here for Denton.
Yep.
1:29 to go.
It was 16 apiece. There you see the steal, and then Caruso, no flash, just the dash. Driving it to the hoop.
As easy as they come.
Yep, but the thing is that's off his defense, right? Another example of how a player can do different things. Both teams have those types of players. Merrimack just doesn't have that big score, but if they get somebody going, they're dangerous.
Now you're saying Caruso reminds you of another player?
Reminds me of a player that I saw when I first came to Nashua, first came to the Telegraph back in the late 80s, 1986. Chris Madigan.
Okay.
Chris Madigan could shoot, he could dribble, he could defend, he could do it all. He went and played at St. A's.
Oh, no kidding.
Yep. Reminds me of him. Great player. Probably the best player to wear a purple and white uniform until now with Caruso, right?
Yeah, I would probably agree with that.
They've had some good ones, but this is, you're talking generational. Oh, Elliott blocked from behind.
Ooh, Morrison was out of bounds.
Yep, that was Tripp, I think, on the block and not Karamanek. I have to see that again, but it looked like Tripp, but Karamanek was right there.
Yeah, that was Tripp.
Your point guard can block shots, you know? Merrimack now they don't want Nashua to run away and hide. That's the key. They've got to play some defense and not let the Panthers run away and hide.
Well, here's Caruso. He's got the lane. Almost
Didn't
the
get
finish
the
there. Great rebound by Tripp.
Tripp traveled, got away with it.
And he gets the finish. Josh Tripp with 7. And it's now a 9-point game.
It was 16 apiece. And it has been a 12-3 run.
Big run here for Nashua South. There's the turnover. Austin Denton can't live with.
Well, you're just anxious, right?
Yeah.
You're anxious. You know they're on a run. You want to make something happen. You get the ball. You want to set up for a 3. He almost was ready to shoot the ball before he picked it up. This is more the defense that Nate Masral wants to see his team play.
Yeah, I think there was a change of game plan there in that, or maybe not game plan, but change of mentality in that first quarter.
Yeah.
At the end of that first quarter, because Merrimack got whatever they wanted. And now they were struggling.
Malagon was in the corner, all set to take a 3. Now he moves to the other corner, and look at this.
Oh, Vanderhorst with the miss. 8 seconds left for Merrimack.
Merrimack with a break there, and he misses it. Watch Elliott, he's going to put it up.
Elliott blocked by Karavinik. And
no
that'll
foul.
do it.
No foul call, and that'll do it.
What a second quarter for Nashua South. They outscore the Tomahawks 18-8 in that quarter.
Yeah, with that 12-3 run to end the quarter going in, it is Nashua South 28 and Merrimack 19 here at halftime. I'm Tom King along with Brian Gagnon. Stay with us.
My biggest fear in the middle of my addiction was that I would never be able to get over it and that my kids wouldn't have a father.
Crippling depression, anxiety, exhaustion.
I was in prison and her mom had a heart attack.
There's a lot of institutional issues and challenges that suggest to us that dads aren't essential, and I've always rejected that.
Sometimes you don't have to know everything about being a dad. You just gotta be there.
And the tunes of DJ Petey Pete. I wanted to get the beach towel out, get the suntan lotion, and probably keep the Speedo in the drawer. But anyway, Tom King here with Brian Gagnon here at halftime at the Belanger Gym, 28-19 in favor of Nashua South. The Panthers on a 12-3 run when the score was tied at 16 apiece. That's what got them the lead. A lot of transition basketball. They haven't floated it around for three-pointers and everything else. Caruso only has one field goal, and that was a layup. They've done a good job. That's the thing with Austin Denton. He was shaking his head after the last one. So we did everything we could on the kid.
Yep.
And he still scores. And they've done everything they could on him tonight, and he still has, I think, what, 9, 11 points, something like that?
See, he has
should have 11
right now.
Right.
And 7 from the free throw line. Yeah, if you're Merrimack, you've done your job with Caruso.
Oh,
you're down by 9.
Right, exactly. You've done everything you want to do, except, you know.
I mean, unfortunately, they could not score the ball in that second quarter, and we'll see what they come up with out of the half.
Exactly.
And we talked about that magic 60-point mark. They're on pace to give up 56, so they're in this game.
They are.
But they got to protect the ball here. And a foul right away on Daniel Karavinik. That's his second. And the first foul of the second half. So here's Johnson over to Noah Morrison. Morrison back to Nate Johnson. Johnson had no field goals, actually just one field goal in the first half. 2 points.
Now we're getting a view now because we're back watching Merrimack at the other end of the floor. So we're getting more of a view as to what they're trying to do offensively. And no secret there. They want to back in Elliott and get that easy shot, but it doesn't happen.
Flera on Caruso. And he gets a piece of that. Caruso almost tipped it in over Tobin.
Almost, and that's just it. Caruso can do so many different things. Rebound, steal, play defense, shoot, the whole bit.
Morrison for 3.
Got
Big
it.
3 for Noah.
That is. It's the best way to start for Merrimack, because the one thing, Brian, in this quarter they don't want to have happen, they don't want South to run away and hide, right? They want to keep they want to keep this game at a single digit.
Traveling violation on Vanderhorst.
If they can't get the lead by the end of the quarter, they at least want to keep the deficit in single digits.
Yeah, keep it manageable going into the fourth.
Yep.
I'm sure they talked about that at the half. Morrison over to Nate Johnson. Now Tobin inside to Elliott, working on Karavinik.
Elliott. That position.
Oh, he tried the left hand, no good.
Yep. Boy, he couldn't have gotten any closer. But Flair is just doing a great job on Caruso, isn't he? Not allowing him to get dribble penetrate or do a whole lot from the outside.
Yeah,
Mikey Flair.
He's been outstanding tonight. Getting
a
little bit of help here.
Yeah, he needs a screen, right?
Caruso, he almost, that was another one of those fadeaways that he kept hitting in that regular season contest.
Yeah, once he finds his spot and his rhythm, that's, the shooter's rhythm. That's the whole thing, right? That's why you wonder if Merrimack would have someone get in rhythm as well. Oh, nice rebound.
Big board for Tobin.
Yeah.
Shot no good. Oh, those are the ones you got to have if you're Merrimack.
Yeah, Vanderhorst fouled.
And that's on Tobin. That's 3 on Henry Tobin.
And
that's going to bring Brody Toll back off the bench.
Toll come in, Tobin go out.
Lots of great games going on around the state tonight. We've got in front of us Exeter leading Goffstown now, 30-18.
Trinity was down 1 at halftime.
Wow.
Against Winnicott.
That's a frisky Winnicott team.
Yep.
On a bit of a losing streak.
Oh, look at that. Flera just took the ball away.
And the finish for Mikey Flera.
There it is.
Boy, they got to get him going.
Yep.
28-24. Merrimack back within 4.
This is a 5-0 run. Nate Mazerola hasn't called time. I thought he might after that play. Merrimack's doing this defensively.
They try to run Caruso off a screen there. Karavenik on Elliott, no good. Rebound, Morrison.
I sense a timeout coming from South so they can get in their offense.
Oh,
well, maybe not. Let's see.
Tripp for 2. Josh Tripp, he has 9.
I always say, Brian, I've never coached the game, obviously, but I always say, if your shot's not falling, turn your defense into your offense.
Yes. Elliott for 3.
Transition basketball.
Sometimes your defense can be your best offense. And Morrison with the foul for Merrimack. That's his first. And that's the second on the team.
What a shot, Caruso at the line.
Yeah, he's made a living there tonight.
He sure has.
See if he can knock down a couple more here. Make it 8 of 8 for Josh Caruso, the future St. Anselm Hawk.
I'll tell you something, that night at Merrimack, I'm interviewing Caruso at the bottom of the stairs. His team, they love this kid. And they get right behind him and listen to every word he says to me. And then a big cheer at the end of it. I've never seen that.
Love it.
Never seen that before.
Here's Johnson. I got a Caruso story too.
Well,
Johnson throws it away.
Brian, I covered his father.
Oh my gosh. I think I went to school with his father.
You probably did, right? He went. He played for the one national. Then he went to Riviera.
That's right.
Played baseball and basketball, if I'm not mistaken.
Here's Tripp. Kicks it over to Vanderhorst. Vanderhorst with that quick dribble. Gets it back to Lemire. His 3, no good. Foul on the floor.
Loose ball fouls, they used to call it in the NBA, a foul on the rebound. Tripp got knocked around. But you know what? They were trying to get a little too fancy, passing the ball outside. You got the ball, drive to the basket, take it.
Absolutely.
Right? Take it. They gave up 2 layups right there rather to try to get somebody with a 3.
Trying to get Caruso off the screen. They go inside to Tripp instead. Tripp shot over Johnson. Big rebound by Caruso, and he almost knocked it in. Jump ball. It's going to be Panthers ball.
Wow. They could have called over the back, and that's what Merrimack is arguing. They are arguing it should have been over the back on Tripp, but they did not call it. They called the jump instead. South lives.
Double team right here. Elliott comes back.
Good defense by Merrimack, though. They're making South take their shot, the shot that Merrimack wants them to take.
They got to figure something out offensively.
And that's it. See, that's what happens.
Johnson puts it down.
Great play.
Well, defense turning into offense, like you said, Tom.
Yep, that's what you have to have.
When the shots aren't falling, 32-26.
Merrimack in the game, and that's what they wanted to be.
That's what they want. Double-digit seed. Vanderhorst, 2 in the foul.
He is so quick. The only thing with him is, can he keep control and not be too quick?
Exactly.
And that time was a perfect example of that.
4 team fouls now on the Tomahawks in this third quarter. Morrison out. That foul was on Brody Toll. Shea Scott into the game now.
They've used Scott, they've used Toll, they've used Tobin at that spot.
So Vanderhorst trying to complete a 3-point play here for the Purple Panthers. And he goes long, but Karavenik with the rebound. Caruso.
Foul.
Oh my goodness.
Foul.
Are you kidding? Josh Caruso, a big basket and a chance at a 4-point play.
Oh my goodness, the legend continues.
My word.
Unbelievable.
Well, we were talking earlier about the degree of difficulty on some of his shots. That one was up there.
Unbelievable.
Wow. Caruso now with 15, make it 16, and he is a perfect 10 of 10 from the line. And now Nashua South with a 12-point lead.
Yeah, see, now it's a double-digit game, and that's what they did not want.
See if Merrimack can get this back into a manageable territory. Single digits, like you said. That should be the goal right now. Flera, his three is long. He just hasn't found his stroke since the injury on the 28th of January against South. Still,
though, his defense, that's just it. You know, a good basketball player will still play defense when their offense isn't falling.
They're going to try Shea Scott now on Caruso. Caruso gets free, puts up a three, no good, and the rebound.
If that hit, the place would have gone nuts.
Johnson.
He traveled.
Yeah, he walked there.
But they call a foul.
Oh.
He got away with it.
So, and a shooting foul?
Evidently.
All right. So Nate Johnson will go to the line for two.
Meanwhile, Merrimack has 5 fouls, so any foul on the Tomahawks that's not offensive will put Nashua South at the line.
Nothing but net there for Nate Johnson. He has 5 now for the Tomahawks, as they try to sneak back into this game here. Boy, that 4-point play. Mark that down as
2:50 left in the third quarter. Play of the night so far.
That could be the game changer.
Yep.
You just felt the air come out of the Tomahawks side of the bench there. I mean, what a shot. Karavinik on the drive. What a finish.
Oh, man. Strong.
That is his first basket of the game. 40-28.
Sophomore.
Very tall sophomore. Here's Johnson. Morrison from downtown. Three-pointer.
That's what you need. You get it right back into single digits again. Jock Caruso's going to go.
Oh, my goodness.
Took no prisoners. And now he comes right back to play D.
42-31. That was another special finish right there from Josh Caruso. He's guarding Henry Tobin right now. Morrison, the leading scorer for the Tomahawks. Talked about how big he's been of late. Flera's shot, no good.
Couldn't get the elevation on that.
Nashua will be more than happy to run some time down here with an 11-point lead.
38 seconds. See on your screen.
Tripp, guarded by Tobin. Kicks it to the corner. Karavinik. No. And Merrimack with a chance here to get it under 10.
And a chance, if they do, it's an even quarter. They mission accomplished, despite that 4-point play.
To the fake countdown from the student section. Morrison has 2, puts it up, gets the roll at the buzzer.
That's a big bucket. Yep. A big, big bucket for Morrison. And Merrimack continues to go. 42-33. And Josh Caruso comes over for a drink of water. They've got to be, he hasn't come out of the game. It's Caruso or bust. And that's the way it's going to be. So
no question.
Yeah. But this is just one of those games where, you know, you're waiting to see if Merrimack can make a move, right? Because this is a game where I thought South should have run away. They're up 38-26. They should have run away and hit. They didn't do it.
Right.
So that's the door that's still ajar for the Tomahawks.
It's closing ever so slightly right now, but it's still ajar, like you said.
It's still ajar.
You know, can they sneak through that opening here?
Right.
With a 9-point deficit. And I had thought earlier today, I said Noah Morrison could be an X factor in this game. He has right now 14 points for Merrimack.
Yeah, that's just it. Yeah.
Just came off an 8-point quarter.
Yep.
So he's their leading scorer. Ryan Elliott with 8 for the Tomahawks, who opened the fourth quarter with possession. We're at the Division I preliminaries here at the Belanger Gym. Morrison knocks it down.
Go with the hot hand.
7-point game.
Yep.
And a quick timeout by Nate Mazerol.
Yeah, he doesn't want to see, he knows that door just got a couple inches wider, right?
Yep.
So.
That's a veteran timeout right there from Mazerol. And our score 42-35.
He hasn't used many in this quarter. In this game, he hasn't used many.
Right.
So what do we got over at BG? What was the score?
Yeah, I didn't even see.
That I didn't even see either. Very curious about that one. That's an even game. 8-9. Windham.
Oh, great matchup
Windham
there.
beat South here. So they beat South here. They could give BG some problems.
Other games tonight, Auburn and Manchester Memorial is a really good one over in Hudson. You got a high-octane offense with Memorial and a crazy good defense with Auburn.
Yep.
Two very contrasting styles there.
Two players that Auburn relies on is Garrett Hall, the bigger kid. He's not their big, tall kid, but he's up there. And Sammy DeWitt, the point guard. If those two are on cylinder, it's tough to beat them.
13-win Auburn team this year, and a team which Merrimack knocked off on the road.
Yeah, I covered that game. That's when Mitchell Roy, the Auburn coach, said, "Stay away." I saw South beat him too.
Yeah. The Tom King curse.
Yes. I was 0-7 to start the season.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, nice move.
Beautiful move by Vanderhorst.
Able to keep the body control and not travel. That's tough to do on a play like that.
He's doing it again against Merrimack tonight.
Oh, there's Morrison. Look at it.
Oh, Morrison with the miss. He's had 2 bunnies.
He could have 20 by now.
I think he should have 20.
I mean, he's
missed.
He's had that many close misses.
Here's Karavinik over to Tripp for the Panthers.
Ooh, that side wide open. No one decided to take it.
Panthers seem to be taking their time here.
Oh, he wants to. Yeah.
Elliott.
That's what happens.
Got away with one there.
You give the big man the ball to dribble a lot. You don't want that. Morrison
with a heat check shot right there, but
Caruso's going to up. Nice defense by the Tomahawks. Flara got right over there.
Lemire, no good. And the rebound by Nate Johnson. Nashua South by 9 here in the fourth quarter. We got about 5:45 to go. Winner faces the winner of Exeter and Goffstown on Saturday night. It will be here if South hangs on.
It'll be here, and my guess is it'll be in the afternoon.
Elliott with the ball fake. Morrison thought about 3. He goes in, kicks it to the corner. Tobin.
Yeah, got away with, usually they call travel on a fake like that.
Ooh, Elliott's shot no good.
You don't want Elliott, even though he's got a 3 in the game, you really don't want him taking that ball. I think their best offense is to get Elliott down low and get Morrison out on top, right?
100%.
Do that. 2-man game.
Elliott owned the inside against Pinkerton earlier.
Vanderhorst wide open. He says, "Where's the ball?" Wide open underneath.
South is so good at this sort of delay offense here. We talked about their last playoff matchup 2 years ago, and I feel like they milked about 2.5 minutes off the clock, and they got the lead and didn't give it back. Merrimack led that entire game.
Zach Castanway.
That's right.
The point guard. He and Caruso. A year ago in a game against, I'm not sure who it was against, they took They took a minute and a half off the clock. No, 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes off the clock by just dribbling. Just dribbling.
Vanderhorst for 3, no good. I'd like to welcome our fans joining us from Exeter and Blue Hawk Media. That game is at halftime.
Oh, and a bump by Lemire and a foul. So we got Blue Hawk Media watching. We got Exeter watching us. We got Merrimack watching us.
Yep.
We got Nashville watching us. Pete, let's just go national. Come on.
Yeah, this is great.
You know?
You can watch us worldwide.
That's true. On the stream, right? That's right.
That's was it NHCCM.TV? Here's Johnson.
Oh, steal.
Oh, great play by Tripp.
Yep. Vanderhorst wanted to go fast break, but they thought better of it. Now he's just going to take it himself off the glass.
And it's going to stay here.
Tell you
Panthers
what,
ball.
though, South, if I'm not mistaken, they only have like 3 threes in the game. It has not been the three-pointer they've been living by.
You are correct.
Caruso's got 1. Lemire's got 1. And I'm not sure.
And Vanderhorst.
Vanderhorst has got 1.
Yep,
Okay.
that's it.
That's it, yep. Right.
So it's not been bombs away like usual for
Oh,
the
look
Panthers.
at that. Caruso right
my
there.
goodness.
You know it's your night when that happens. You know it's your night.
21 now for Josh Caruso.
And Caruso's a little bloodied, so he's got to come out of the game.
Well, that's one way to get him out, I guess.
Yep. We've seen that a lot this year. So now the trainer's got to take a look at him and get whatever blood is on there and get it off.
Caruso, 21. It's been a semi-quiet 21 with the exception of that massive 4-point play in the third quarter. Tomahawks got to find some urgency here. Down by 11.
They have to start throwing up some threes.
Flera, I was going
to say,
he's not shy.
He's gifted to him. There it is, right there.
Corner
Bang.
3, Mikey Flera.
And timeout, Austin Denton takes the timeout.
Well, don't go away.
Nope.
Merrimack certainly isn't. 46-38.
This is the epitome of hanging around, right,
Sure
Brian?
is. I mean, South just can't get that. You know, they got a little breathing room, but just can't
get run away and hide. Can't pull away.
That's it.
Haven't been able to do it.
Which they did in the first matchup. You know.
Right.
That turned into,
what happened in that first matchup was the offense finally got into a flow.
Yep.
Their offense really hasn't gotten into a flow tonight. They're moving around looking for the perfect shot a lot, right? It seems that they're doing that. When they're doing that, they're turning the ball over, taking a bad shot. You know, I mean, Caravanic goes in, can't get the bucket. Caruso right there for the rebound to put it up. You know, follow the ball. That's what South does very well. They follow the ball.
Yep.
And that gives them a few points here and there. And that's the difference in the game, an 8-point game. You know, it's, in my mind, 3:31. Back in the old days, you probably warm up the bus. But with the three-pointer, nothing is too big of a deficit.
And especially with Mikey Flera and the way Noah Morrison's been shooting of late.
Yeah, exactly. Morrison just missed a couple in this half.
Tomahawks with a little 2-2-1 here.
Yeah, a little press. That's what that timeout was all about. Caruso wide open down low, and that's
there it is. Too easy.
That's what happens.
Yep. Good teams can break that press, and well, this is certainly a good Nashua South team. Morrison draws the foul. 48-38. Nashua South looking to win in advance in the Division I tournament.
You know, Nate Maswell's coached enough games. I'm sure when I ask him about the style and how the game was, he'll say, you know what? It's a tournament game. You don't care. You just want to win the game.
Just
get
the win.
He's been around long enough to know, just get the W. Because you don't get the W, there's no T, which is tomorrow.
The old Al Davis, just win, baby.
Yep, there's Tripp.
Oh, nice move by Lemire.
Well, Lemire should have just gone all the way in or just gotten it off the glass. He hesitated.
Morrison, big finish.
Yeah, see, Morrison's not shy. He knows that they need him to score. It's an 8-point game with 2:36 left. It's still anybody's game. I saw St. Thomas in the Division II quarterfinals blow an 8-point lead with 2.5 minutes left to play. It was actually less than that, 2:08 to play against Campbell. They blew the lead, then they ended up winning it at the end.
So you never know.
You don't know. If you turn the ball over and it's an easy basket, it only takes one of those plays to get things going for the other team.
So as you alluded to earlier, Tom, the problem for Merrimack is going to be they don't have that alpha like Caruso.
They don't have the offensive go-to.
And so it's going to be hard, I think, for the Tomahawks.
29-31. Windham.
And we got a score here at halftime.
31-29, Windham at BG, up at the half. I didn't have my reading glasses on, Pete. I could not see it.
And over in Exeter, the Blue Hawks are leading Goffstown 44-32.
44-32, probably a similar game to this.
Yep.
And if that goes the way it's been going and this stays the way it is, it'll be Exeter and South here probably Saturday afternoon, but they have to wait and see to get that all firmed up. Both schools have to agree to an early time.
Well, South hangs on. They host. If Merrimack somehow comes back here, they will travel to Exeter or Goffstown for the quarterfinals on Saturday. And the Purple Panthers to inbounds. They lead by 8. There's the trap. And the big turnover.
Jump ball or foul? Timeout.
Timeout by the Tomahawks.
Yep.
What a play by Mikey Flera.
That's it. Flera is just a defensive pain in the neck. If you're a South fan, if you're Merrimack, you love him. You just love him to death because he just has hustle extraordinaire.
Kind of the Brad Marchand of this Merrimack team. He's just an agitator out there on the floor.
He is.
You don't want to face him. If he's on your team, you love him.
But he probably doesn't lick or bite anybody.
Exactly.
Right?
I have not seen that this year.
No, I'm sure.
I've covered a lot of Merrimack games. I can assure you that has not happened.
And
this
I know
year.
his uncle, assistant coach Rich.
Yes.
Who so he's trained him pretty well.
Yes. Certainly somebody you want on your team, and like we were talking about earlier, if you're Nashua South looking at the brackets when they came out, you saying we got to play this Merrimack team, they get right up at you.
They do.
They're going to frustrate you.
And now
big
they're
possession.
3 away from 5 point, from being down only 5 in this game.
Let's see what they drew up.
They're not going to go for a 3 here.
Oh, big play by Karavinik.
And now, see, South would normally run on that, but they don't want to do that now. They want to hold the ball.
We'll
and I think that's what gets them in trouble.
Gonna be a foul on Morrison.
Wow, I don't know. That looked like a clean knock away.
Oh, no. It's on Vanderhorst.
It's on Vanderhorst.
Wow.
Oh, my. Vanderhorst is like, what? Ouch.
That is...
Well, I'd love to see that one again.
Make a note of that one.
Wow. Boy. He must have pushed off going for the loose ball.
He had to have.
That could, because it couldn't have been on the dribble. He didn't have his hand out. So now look at that. Merrimack still down 8, under 2 to play.
A massive, he had Flera wide open. Morrison's the guy, though. He's got 18.
Oh, and he goes right to the lane and hits.
He's got 20.
Wow.
Noah Morrison, 6-point game. Caruso is going to pull it out here for the Panthers. Tomahawks down 6.
But you
much
know
like
what?
their last trip
You
here.
know what? They're going to hold them to under 60.
Vanderhorst kicks it back out. Tomahawks got to go for the ball here.
Call timeout if I'm him. Yep,
yes.
they did.
Good call there.
The coach can call timeout, I believe, right, in that situation. Yes.
For sure.
Yep, and that's what Nate Mazerol did. He's right next to the ref. He calls time. 1:18 to play, 48-42.
But very similar situation to the last time these two teams
Played
met in the playoffs. It was, South. It was a grinded out game, even much more than this. 37-31, I think was the final.
Nobody got out of the 30s.
It was a 6-point game. The thing I remember about that game is Merrimack took the lead at the second quarter, and just they had the lead until the final 2 minutes, and then here comes South running that delay offense, and they just frustrated the heck out of Merrimack.
This is where you need everybody to be. You need your best ball handlers in there. Everybody who can dribble the ball, but you got to watch out for Morrison and Flara and the rest of these Merrimack Tomahawks. They are just going, they're tough. Defensively, they are tough.
So here's where slowing the ball down might actually work to
Merrimack's
advantage.
Yeah, I in some ways I think so. But traditionally in basketball 101, that's what you want to do.
Yep.
But you can't pass up open shots. See now, Tripp.
This is close to 5 here.
Yeah, he's got it.
Oh, they got foul on
he
Nate
was
Johnson.
close to 5.
That was really close to 5 seconds. And it's going to be a foul on Johnson.
Merrimack's now got 3 team fouls.
And Johnson with 3 personal.
Got to be careful here on the inbounds.
Still a foul to give for each team.
Yep. Double team on Caruso.
Tripp throws it to Vanderhorst.
This is where you're going to take the shot. But they don't. But now it's under a minute, so you get away with it.
Oh, Flara tried the...
It's not Merrimack, I got a foul.
Got a foul here.
I got a foul if you're Merrimack,
there
and they do. But you know what? That's only 4. They got to foul one more time.
So that just took, 20-ish seconds off the clock there.
Yeah, that was the break that they had on that play where it wasn't called 5 seconds.
Elliott in, Toll out for the Tomahawks. Lemire throws it in.
And a foul there. Right. Now, of course, that's the one guy you don't want to foul. And that was a tough pass.
It was a really tough pass.
Caruso barely got on it. But now he goes to the line.
Just a really fundamental catch there, going up, grabbing it 2 hands, making sure you come down with that.
It's been 48-42 for a minute 2.
A little over a minute, right?
Yeah, a minute 2. 102.
So here's Caruso. He'll hit his 11th free throw. He's 11 of 11 from the charity stripe tonight.
Take what they give you.
And his first miss. They need the rebounds. And it's going to be Merrimack ball. A rare show of emotion there from Caruso. He's usually very, very businesslike out there.
Doesn't like missing free throws.
But yeah, still now a 3-possession game.
Yeah, the 3-pointer changes a lot of things, right? And they're going to go for 2 here.
Morrison, what a take.
Yep.
It is Noah Morrison's night for Merrimack.
It is.
He has 20. And I believe that is a season high for him.
I think this is the way Nate Mazerow probably thought it was going to go. But now you've got a half a minute left and the game's only a 5-point game. So if you're going to win it, you're going to have to do it at the free throw line if you're able to hold on to the basketball.
That's the thing.
And against Merrimack, that's a hard thing to do. When they're on their defensive game, they're on their turnover game.
So a 5-point game here. Now, if you're Merrimack, you have to, you've got to find a way to get the ball in anybody but Caruso's hands and foul immediately. Make one of these other guys beat you.
Remember, there's no 1-and-1 anymore. It's all 2 shots.
Correct.
So the only time it's 1-shot foul, and that's when if you have a made basket, which Caruso did on the 4-point play that really, I thought would ignite South and let them, go, into the wild blue yonder. But Didn't happen.
Didn't happen. Merrimack, to their credit, has not gone away. 24 points tonight for Josh Caruso. He's got 11 of them at the line. And if you're Merrimack, I mean, you can't do a much better job than you have on him tonight. Tripp's going to inbound. He can run the baseline. And they foul Vanderhorst.
They foul Vanderhorst right away.
That's a very smart foul. But it's on Noah Morrison. And Vanderhorst is going to be at the line. That is 4 on Morrison, who has been the player of the game for Merrimack. He's got 20, ties a career high. I believe he had 20 against Pinkerton earlier this year. Vanderhorst, clutch free throw. Toll out and Elliott in. Offense, defense for the Tomahawks. This is a big one here for Link. And he makes it a 3-possession game.
That's the other kid I wouldn't have wanted to foul.
And a steal by Caruso. And that should just about do it for the Panthers' big finish.
Yep, and that'll do it.
Warm up the bus. That's going to do it. Elliott for 2. And a timeout for Austin Denton. And it's not going to matter as the Nashua South Purple Panthers
do what it takes to win.
I mean, a really gritty, gutsy game tonight.
Different type of game, right? You know,
they had to. You're talking about a team here that I have them at 69.3 a game. They've averaged this year scoring. Merrimack holds them to 53 right now.
And that was the thing. We talked about it. Merrimack 8-2, and they hold a team to 60 or less, right? Or below 60.
That's it.
Yep.
So 60 was the magic number, and this will only be the 3rd time they lose this year, holding a team under 60 points. And
second quarter killed them.
Yeah, no question. No question about it.
Second quarter was where it all changed.
18-8 Nashua South in the second quarter.
Yep.
And that's your Merrimack's got them by 3 the rest of the game. But that second quarter, Merrimack was trying to get it inside, couldn't get it inside. The whole first quarter, they were getting it inside, getting whatever look they wanted. And credit the Purple Panthers. They made those big adjustments in the second quarter. The decisive second quarter, as Tom just alluded to. And Caruso to the line. Well, tonight's game coverage was a joint production of Nashua ETV and Merrimack TV. Nashua ETV, Comcast Channel 22, and the Nashua Community TV app on most connected devices. And the Merrimack TV app as well. So this was a lot of fun tonight.
It was. Pleasure working with you, Brian.
Absolutely, Tom. Caruso hits. 27 for Josh Caruso. And he's right on his season average of 27.3. It's a kind of an impressive average. Make it 28 for Caruso. And the Merrimack seniors coming out to a nice hand.
Yeah, they should. They should get a nice hand. Played their hearts out tonight. Probably against any other team, it would have been a win.
Nate Johnson going to bring it up for Merrimack. And Toll with the 3. But it won't matter. Tomahawks go down tonight 55-49 as our final here on Nashua ETV. Nashua South off to the quarterfinals.
All right, Brian Gagnon, thank you very much.
Tom,
thanks for
appreciate
the
it.
crew.
Absolutely.
Again, as Brian said, the final here from the Belanger Gym. It's Nashua South 55, Merrimack 49. The Panthers will move on to the quarterfinals here on Saturday. Stay tuned. We'll try to find out the time in the next couple of days, and we'll watch some more high school basketball on the weekend. Good night, everybody.
Purple Panthers threatening.
And Guertin with the lead.
Titans point.
No, hey, what a great crossing pattern. I tell you, finding himself all alone up the seam was Ryan Conley.
Shot and a goal. And the Titans are on the board.
Reckler. Oh, I tell you, she's a beast.
Up and running, and look at that.
Bang!
He's in there.
Shot score. You can see it all setting up.
Sure could.
North sets it up, and a killer winner.
And here comes the Donna, all lined up. It's nothing but goal there, right there.
Oh, my goodness.
You'll watch it back on Nashua ETV.